Folks, welcome back to the channel. Doug with Stacking Investments here. Today's video, we're going to do what's in the boxes. And I got a bag of stuff here, and I got some more stuff over here on the side. Sorry, it looks kind of plain and ordinary, but I'm also going to do my thoughts on constitutional silver and what most stackers, I think, are missing out on as it relates to the core principles of why we stack our silver, and especially the one rule of buy your silver as close to spot as possible. And I really think the stacking community is missing out. I've talked on this subject before. This is not financial advice. This is not what you should be doing. This is strictly my belief. It's how I perceive things, and I'm just trying to give you that other, a perspective or thought that you may not have, thought about or sat and did the math. As always, do your own research, do your own homework, do what's best for you and your stack. After all, when you buy something to put in your stack, you that's what you want to do. I'm just giving you an alternative thing and showing you I'm just going to show you what I do believe is overlooked. The first thing, I did pick up a $10 roll, if you want to call it, of our normal constitutional halves that everybody purchases. I bought these basically because I have people asking for these, so I picked out the best of what I could at my coin shop. The Franklins will probably stay with me, but I got some Walkers out here and Franklins. But first up, got a 1901 Barber Half. I'm always, if I see Barbers in the junk bin, as long as the date is visible and the area for the mint mark is good, I pretty much just buy these. I have people asking me for Barber halves at the market, so outside of my personal collection, my album, or my Barber albums, the quarters, dimes, half dollars, I've pretty much selling everything extra, as I have people begging for these at the market. Same thing with Walkers. The only Walkers I have in my stack are 17s, 18s, and some 20s, and everything else, unless I'm using it for an album collection, I'm pretty much flipping them out at 36, 43. I just have people asking for these. 43. And Dale, I know I'm watching. I'm doing a video after I do this video, show you what I'm got for you right now. I've actually got two for you, all for your list. I think you'll pretty much like. I'm just going through these. Hopefully y'all can see the dates. Hopefully they show up. Come on, camera. Why won't you pick that up? Come on, that's 44. I don't even throw these out on the table when I set up. That's a nice 34. I don't even set these out. I have a couple guys that spend $100 or $200 with me when they come out, and I generally just hold these back and let them get first crack at them. As far as Franklin's, I have somebody that sent me an email. I'm gonna a different video. I'm gonna let you know what I can help you with on the Franklins. There's a 58. basically just picked out some decent out of what they had for Franklins. They didn't have many Franklins. There's a 49. I always buy the 49s. Don't care what the mint mark is. 48s, 49s. I grab those. Dang, my camera's jumping. All right, 51, 54. No, that's not an S. This is actually a Denver. Come on, camera. And 59. Okay, so that's our standard, like $half, run-of-the-mill, just run-of-the-mill coins that we're getting in a junk bin. My LCS doesn't differentiate between the coin types. It all goes in the same box. This was the best looking of the few walkers they had, so I got the Franklins too. Well, I was getting the Barber anyways, so I just picked out, they had more Kennedys than anything, so I just picked out a few of the better Franklins, and this, along with this Barber, to get me a $10 roll. So that's what we got. But notice the condition on these things. They've been circulated. They're, got the dings. They got the wear marks. Just the average run-of-the-mill. Some of them have probably been cleaned. But it's the standard stuff. Everyday stackers are putting in their stack, and I'm going to set them off to the side. I just wanted to show you the average stuff. Nothing BU, no key dates, no nothing like that in there. And then we're going to get into these boxes, and this is what I think the average stacker might be overlooking. Again, this is my personal opinion. Do not take this for the gospel. It's just something I see, and I've taken a lot of flack for buying this stuff, because a lot of people, stackers, come back and say, oh, this doesn't belong in a stacker stack. That belongs in a numismatics collection and all that. Screw all that stuff. This stuff I was presented, because my LCS doesn't even fool with it. I mean, they do buy it. They hold it until I come in, and they offer it to me at the same price they get if they just box it up and send it off to a wholesaler. I pay the same price that the wholesaler they sell it to pays. So I'll leave that one since it's already open. I bought pretty much everyone they got in this box, ranging from, I got a whole lot of 96s and 97s, but I got 92s, 93s, 94s, bunch of 96s, a bunch of 97s, a couple of 98s, and then in 99, the silver proofs, they started adding the, that goes into a key date because that's when the state quarter started. But I got all of these. Then they had 6 outside the box, no packaging, no what do you call that thing, the certificates, the COAs, no COAs, no boxes. They were just loose like this. And I paid the same price for the boxed ones as I did for these loose ones. The cool thing is, when I was putting my album collections together, anytime I cracked one of these cases out for my album collections, I saved my box and I saved the certificate. I just slid the certificate back in the box, closed it up, and I have a couple boxfuls of the different packaging. Well, the cool thing was, I went through and I had all the boxes from 92 through 98, and I was able to put all the loosies, as I call them, when they're outside of the packaging. I got 92, 93, the Reeboks to 94, Reeboks to 96, Reeboks to 97, and Reeboks to 98. I do have the box for 95, but unfortunately I didn't get a 95 in this batch. So I got all of these. And when you calculate times face value that I paid for these, was $2 times face cheaper than buying this. So I paid more times face for these than I did the 85 cent that comes in these proof sets. That's the same composition, 90%, same weights, only these are proofs. No silver loss, proofs, whatnot. The reason I did that is because I sold out of all my red boxes. If you remember, the biggest thing I got, the flack, was when I was buying all the red boxes, and I was getting those anywhere 3 to 5 times cheaper than face. And I took a lot of flack for buying all of those. Well, I got them so cheap when I bought them. And then when it came time, silver went up, and so did the value of those sets. And with Constitutional going where it did, I actually sold those. I sold out of, I got a video where I've got a whole monster box overflowing with those red box silver proof sets. I sold them all out, and I made money. And I took that money and reinvested. So that's my thing with these. I got these cheaper than this. I got quality coins. And if I choose to keep these for my stack, something I could do, I could crack these all out, put the half dollars in tubes, put the quarters in tubes, put the dimes in tubes to save space, throw the plastic and the packaging away, and then I could card up the proof Lincoln cent and the proof Jefferson nickel, and I could easily sell those for $1 a piece. I've done it because I've had, when I was doing my albums, I'd get the silver proof set, and then I needed the basic clad proof. When you crack this out and you crack the clad proof out, you wind up with an extra Lincoln cent and an extra Jefferson nickel. And I carded those up, and now that I'm going back to, now that I'm doing the flea market and stuff, I'm sold out of all my proof Lincoln cents and proof Jefferson nickels that I had, and I got $1 a piece for them. Some websites are selling, I think Daniel's got the Lucy proof coins. I think he's getting $2 for the Lincoln cents, and $2.50, something like that, for the Jefferson nickels when he has them. One other thing I could do is sometimes people are looking for, say they're doing their Kennedy album, and they need, what do we got, a 96. They need a 96 silver proof to put in their album. Well, they don't want to buy the whole set just to get that Kennedy. So I'm thinking about firing up my eBay. Well, I'm actually going to fire that up sometime this fall and start listing a bunch of stuff, not necessarily coins. But I was thinking, if nothing else, I could crack these out and sell these coins individually and make even more money, because the individual coins sell more than a set. When you sell them all out, you actually get more money than if you sold the proof set still intact. All right, but let's get in the other box. So I bought a whole bunch of these. I think there's 26 sets that I bought. 5, 10, might be more than that. 15. There's 40 sets. About 40 sets. There's 40 46. There's 30, 40, yeah, about 46 sets of these. So duplicate sets, but nonetheless, all silver pros. The other thing I got, and I got these for the same price. I got the Premier Silver Proof sets in these boxes. What I paid for these, I got these sets for the exact same price, and I got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 13. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I got 13. What these are, all in the packaging. These are the fancy cases where you can flip up and display your set. Again, I got a variety of dates, 92 through 98. Unfortunately, no 90. I think the only date I didn't get was 95. But I got the fancy Premier's proof set. All with the COAs and special feature card and in the box. So I got these again. I paid less time space for these sets than I did this. So, and I get the same silver, the Kennedy in these sets has the same composition and weighs the same as the Walker, or weighs the same as a Benji. The dimes weigh the same. The quarters weigh the same as all your pre-64 stuff. It's just these are in newer dates and proof condition. I picked this set up. I had to pay more for it because there is more silver. But I got this. I can't remember what I paid for this. But this is the 2009 set. And the reason I picked this one out is because you get the extra quarter. You get 6 quarters in this set. Wrong way. This is one of the odd sets. All of them, all the state quarters had 5. This last set had 6. And so this set had $1.50, $1.75, $1.85 in constitutional. Still, when you go per face value, the times face value for the silver in this was cheaper than the circulated stuff in the bins. As an added bonus, if I crack this out, I could sell that Sacagawea for $2. I get $1 out of the nickel, so that would be $3 right there that I could take off of my cost if I broke these out, put the dime in a tube, put Kennedy in a tube, stack the quarters up in a tube, sell these for $3, easy, and then bring my cost down. So something to think about. This particular set would have had the 2009, we had the formative year Lincoln cent, so there would have been, the reason there's no Lincoln cent on this is because there was another one of these plastic holders with the 4 of those in it. And then there was also, that silver proof set had 4 lenses in it. It had this lens, it had the quarter lens, it had the 4 Lincoln cents, and then it also had the lens with the 4 presidential dollars. I do have a box. Unfortunately, I don't have the Lincoln cents or the presidential dollars to make a complete set. So I may crack these out, card them up, and sell them individually. The other thing I got was a key date 2012 quarter set, silver proof quarters. This is a key date. I did crack out because I picked up the 2012, the full set, silver proof set. I cracked it out for my album collection, and so I have the larger box. If I could find a lens with the Kennedy, Lincoln cent, the nickel, and whatnot, if I could find the other lens, I could actually go back to having a complete 2012 proof set, silver proof set. But for now, I got this on the cheap. Again, I paid more for these circulated Benjis. I paid more time space for these walk-in Liberties than I paid for this key date Washington quarter set 2012. So I'm going to go ahead, and I thought about saving it and trying to get the other parts and fill the big box back up, put that set back together. But I may just take this out to the market the way it is. I may crack it out and sell the coins individual. I don't know yet. So these are two that I'm hanging on to. But anyways, there you have it. One big purchase. It's a 92. I got 98. Again, these are just the fancy version of these smaller sets. I gotta get some old price stickers off of these things. I'm actually gonna be taking these out to the market and try to flip these. And but something about these sets, these things pile up in coin shops. They pile up and pile up and pile up because the stacking community shuns these. I don't think they understand what, you're getting the silver, and because these pile up, the coin shops sell them a lot cheaper. I know Daniel, he's out of these silver proof sets. I scour his website looking for things I need for my collection, and I do that pretty much every day. But he doesn't have any of these 92 to 98 silver proof sets. He doesn't have any of these premier silver proof sets. So they sell because I've seen them. He's had these on his website before, and they do sell. People do buy these. I think I do pretty good out at the flea market selling this because I catch the average person coming by who doesn't normally go into a coin store. There's a lot of people that do not, a lot of my customers that I deal with, because I have a huge following at both markets that I set up at, and I would say 80% of my customers that I sell to on a regular basis do not go to a coin shop. They don't go there. Why? I have no idea. But, I can throw these out and guarantee I'll get people walk by and like, oh, look at that. Oh, there's the birth year for so-and-so. And then they'll buy one. But it's not the average person that would walk into a coin shop looking for this stuff. So anyways, damn, 24 minutes. Sorry about a long video, but what do you think? Am I off my rocker? Is this the only thing? Is this the true constitutional junk silver, if you will? I prefer constitutional. But is there something more superior over this stuff? I mean, I understand the Luck and Liberty's iconic. You know, Franklin's. I love the Franklin's. I got a lot of collections going. Yeah, the Barber's getting very hard to find now. Especially like my LCS doesn't separate the they throw it all goes in the same bucket. But the only thing they sort is half dollars, quarters, and dimes, and that's it. They throw Rosies and Marks in the same bin. They throw Standing Liberties, Barbers, Washington quarters, all goes in the same bin. Barbers, Franklin's, Walkers, Kennedys, all go in the same bin. So, you know, am I off my rocker for thinking that you should pick this stuff up for the stack at the, you know, and follow the true rule of stacking, which is buy your silver as close to spot as possible? I mean, I just can't understand why this stuff piles up in corn stores and is offered, you know, unless it's a key date or whatever. Like I understand the 99 and the 2012 being sold for more, but you know, this stuff piles up. Nobody wants it. I don't understand it. It's the same composition as the stuff we're accustomed to. Or is that it? That we're just geared to only stack this in the stack, in the guardhouse box, if you will. Are we just conditioned that Franklin's, Walkers, Barbers, and Kennedys are the only thing, you know, Mercs and Roosevelt's, Washington quarters, Barber quarters, Standing Liberty quarters, that's the only thing we're supposed to tube up? Well, these are technically Washington quarters, you know, and they're proofs. There's no silver loss. You got absolutely no silver loss. I think you get these cheaper, you come out in the long run because you can potentially sell these for more individually to collectors looking for them. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let me know, am I off my rocker? Or do I bring up a good point? And I'll see you on another video.